Two very different models of DJI drone. Both the Mavic 4 Pro and the Mini 4 Pro are pretty much top of the list when being considered by both experienced drone flyers or somebody just starting out. Over the summer, I've been using both models in a wide range of locations, and unsurprisingly, they have very different capabilities and features that often meant one was very much more suitable than the other. So, quick video today on how I found using both models in different situations, what I love and what's not so great. Hello, I'm Ian and I play with drones, and it has been a bit of a busy summer so far, and for most of the time I've been travelling like this with the Mavic 4 Pro, the Mini 4 Pro, both being controlled by the new RC Pro 2 controller. That's given me, I think, the ultimate combination of having a drone for every situation and scenario, and crucially, it's let me see firsthand where each model shines in its own right. On paper, there should only be one clear winner. The mighty Mavic 4 Pro was released earlier this year, DJI's flagship new camera drone, with a long list of headline-grabbing specs that I went through in my full review. Lovely big sensor producing stunning pictures and videos, even in low light. Mavic 4 Pro is the clear winner if true top-end professional photography is your aim. But that does the Mini 4 a bit of a disservice, as it is more than capable of producing equally stunning 4K video and stills in low light as well. Very few people would be disappointed with the results of the Mini 4 Pro's camera. So that's probably why I'm still getting asked for my thoughts on the pros and cons of each of these two very different models. Because if both can produce great pictures and videos, then how do you choose which one is the right one for you? Well, there are a few reasons why one model may well work out better for you over the other. And it's not just about price, although of course that may well be your single biggest deciding factor anyway. Both of these are the top ends of their respective lineups, and neither is cheap. Over £1,800 for the basic Mavic 4 Pro and RC2 controller with its built-in screen, versus £869 for the equivalent Mini 4 Pro and RC2 package. That is over £1,000 cheaper, but things get way pricier if you want the top-end packages. The Mavic 4 Pro Creator Combo has a near identical version of the Mavic 4 Pro Basic, but with a 0.5 terabyte of internal storage and the ability to produce video in the all-I video encoded format. But the most notable difference is not the drone, but what comes with it, namely the RC Pro 2 controller with its huge, bright fold-out screen. This package comes in at a whopping £3,200, although it does come with 2 extra batteries and a carry case and a high-powered charging unit. But this is now getting on for £2,500 more than the RC2 package Mini 4 Pro. And that is a lot of money for something that isn't necessarily a clear-cut winner. And I say that because the Mavic 4 Pro is not a clear-cut winner as the best drone you can get. And that is the whole point of this video. So if you are watching this and you're thinking, maybe this is actually going to help me make my mind up, can I just ask a quick thumb up for me, please? It really does help the YouTube video algorithms and helps the video and my channel along. But for now, let's just go through why the Mini 4 Pro may actually be the best drone for you. Before I then confuse you and explain why I think the Mavic 4 Pro may actually be the best drone for you instead. Look, I have already covered money. Mini 4 Pro is outstanding value. Over £1,000 or euros cheaper than the Mavic 4 Pro. It can fly for just under half an hour, takes brilliant 4K video and stills with its 1/1.3 inch sensor. It's got full all-round obstacle avoidance, giving you the full range of flight modes, including hyperlapse, quick shots, master shots, Active Track 360, cruise control and panoramas. For its size and weight, the Mini 4 Pro is a very well-endowed drone indeed. Now, as the current rules stand in the UK, you can only fly the larger Mavic 4 Pro in open countryside, staying at least 50 metres from anybody else on the ground. Conversely, the Mini 4 Pro can be flown pretty much anywhere, as long as you're not in restricted airspace or near airports or crowds. You can fly this in towns, cities, at the beach or at most tourist spots. So if you are flying in places where other people are going to be present, or for work that involves you flying in towns or cities, then the Mini 4 Pro is the easy winner here, as being able to fly where you need to fly is a pretty fundamental requirement. Now, I mentioned size and weight, and of course this is also a huge factor. If you're out hiking or climbing, then this really comes into play. Whether or not you've got a fairly heavy day pack already, you may not want to add this 1 kilogram beefy monster into that as well. Mini 4 Pro and the smaller RC2 remotes are small enough to slip into pouches and tuck away in your day pack, unlike the larger Mavic 4 Pro. And even up high, the Mini 4 Pro has got very decent wind resistance and can fly in pretty strong winds. So again, if size and weight is critical, then the Mini 4 Pro is the clear winner here, as the best camera is the one you have with you when you need it, and the Mini 4 Pro is small enough to take anywhere. So you can see why I am still such a huge fan of the Mini 4 Pro. It's a fraction of the price of the bigger Mavic 4 Pro, but it can still produce brilliant smooth video, great stills, can be flown in almost all locations and situations, can slip into the smallest of day packs, and is quiet enough to blend into the background after flying up literally just 10-15 meters away. So it really is the perfect all-round bit of kit. So what's more to discuss? Well, look, just before you dash out and click buy, I want to make your head hurt a little more by going through why you may actually want the Mavic 4 Pro instead, even though it's way more expensive and way bigger. Because the Mavic 4 Pro has got some very real advantages that completely blow the Mini 4 Pro out of the water, unfortunately. First off, obvious one is the video and stills quality. And I know this might sound like I'm contradicting my earlier comment on how good the Mini 4 Pro was. Its primary Hasselblad camera with its 4/3" large sensor produces 6K video, 25 megapixels native resolution stills. It's got a variable aperture, unlike the Mini 4 Pro's fixed aperture, and of course 2 additional telephoto lens cameras, which all combine to make the Mavic 4 Pro absolutely unrivaled in the camera department. And whilst on a small screen you may not see much difference between each model, if you're viewing on a large screen or producing stills that are ultimately going to be printed and framed, then the Mavic 4 Pro will win hands down. The 70 and 168mm telephoto lens cameras allow you to get very creative with zoom compression, bringing distant backgrounds right into the foreground and producing some truly stunning results. And this is where the Mavic 4 Pro blows everything else away in these situations. The Mini 4 Pro simply cannot compete. But it's not just about the camera, and that is why I'm not going to be pixel peeping and doing side-by-side comparisons with the videos, because there are already a load of videos out there that do a very good job of that. I want to stay focused on everyday real-world flying in different situations. Yes, the Mavic 4 Pro has got the very much hyped, fully rotating gimbal that can produce some groundbreaking shots, although in truth, I'm unsure how useful that particular function will be in the long term. But not only does the Mavic 4 Pro have the same full functional abilities of the Mini 4 Pro, including quick shots, waypoints, hyperlapse and panorama, it takes things further with brilliant free pano mode, for instance, allowing you to precisely set the area to be captured and produce panoramas exactly how you want them. Going beyond the camera, telephoto and functional supremacy, you also have way longer flight time to consider. The specs stay 51 minutes, and in practice I am always getting around 40 minutes of real flight time before the return to home warning starts kicking in. That lets you set up shots in good time, and you can even hang around and wait for the sun to come out without having to land, save the battery or change the battery. And of course, despite the Mini 4 Pro's lighter weight, it's no good actually climbing to the top of the mountain only to have your pride and joy blown away. Here at the top of England's highest mountain, Scafell Pike, the wind was absolutely crazy. Now, I mentioned how good the Mini 4 Pro is in strong wind, but of course it has its limits. And in wild mountain weather, you will need a drone that can handle crazy strong winds. The Mavic 4 Pro has got the fastest speed of any of the mainstream DJI camera drones, able to fly over 55 miles an hour, that's 25 meters per second. And that also makes it the very best at flying in very strong winds, still producing stable video in the worst of conditions. Whilst I have long championed the principle of flying out into the wind and flying home with the wind, that positioning is not always possible. And frankly, with the Mavic 4 Pro, it's not always necessary. This beast will fly fast and fine no matter what the wind is doing. So look, as you can see, it is not clear cut. The Mini 4 Pro is outstanding value and it will produce brilliant video and stills. It's got the intelligent flight modes, it's got full all-round obstacle avoidance and can handle most active track situations without issue, as well as being small, super lightweight and able to fly in almost any location irrespective of nearby people and fairly brisk winds. Conversely, the Mavic 4 Pro is significantly more expensive, way heavier and larger, can currently only be flown in areas far away from people and buildings, although that may change in January 2026 if the CAA's rules on the C2 labels change. But look, despite that, it takes the very best video and stills available on any consumer drone from DJI. It's got a variable aperture, very decent telephoto cameras to make the most of zoom compression. It flies longer, it flies faster, and if you can stretch to it, it comes with, hands down, the best controller out there. And of course, this same RC Pro 2 can control not only the Mavic 4 Pro, but also the Mini 4 Pro. And that is why I have spent the summer traveling with both of these drones, because neither model is the ultimate model. Both have got pros and cons. Both have got limitations in certain situations. So now hopefully you know what they are and you can make your own decision according to what is most important to you. So on that, drop a comment below on anything else that would push you one way or the other. There is no clear-cut winner here, so it'd be interesting to see what's important to you. But either way, look, until next time, make the most of the brilliant summer we are having. Have fun. Happy flying.